For our first company pitch, we are pleased to welcome Mr. Khishigbat Ganzorigt, CEO of Monlogistics Holding, JSC. Under his leadership, the Monlogistics Group has grown into Mongolia's leading logistics and transportation conglomerate, and notably, the first logistics sector company listed on the Mongolian Stock Exchange. Please welcome Mr. Khishigbat to the stage.
Okay, good morning everyone, and it's great being here. It's great to see you all. My name is Kishi. I am from Monlogistics Holding, and as the name suggests, today we're going to discuss about logistics, and hopefully by the end of the presentation, unlock the investment potential in it. Okay, so to give you all a general understanding of the logistics industry and really the critical nature of it, I'm going to name out 3 facts about Mongolia and how it relates to logistics. Fact number 1 is Mongolia is not a manufacturing country. In fact, we ranked 121st out of 160 countries around the world in a manufacturing ranking. And we import 60% of our consumer goods from over 150 countries around the world. So this creates demand for import logistics. From the chart, you can see the rising import with the rising GDP per capita. Rise in GDP per capita being the number 1 driver in import logistics, and actually the number 2 driver of import logistics is FDI into mining. Mines import a lot of equipments, consumables, and other goods, so this is import logistics. Fact number 2, as it was mentioned earlier, Mongolia is strategically located between 2 great nations. One is China and one is Russia. China happens to be the biggest manufacturer, and Russia happens to be a big consumer nation. So the bilateral trade between these 2 countries has reached $245 billion in 2024, and obviously this means a lot of traffic for goods to be transported between these 2 countries. And currently there are 3 main corridors that goods flowing between these 2 countries. Number 1 is Kazakhstan corridor, currently doing 49% of the market. Number 2 is direct via Manjuli, and this has 26%. And then there's the middle corridor, Mongolian corridor, which is currently doing 23% of this cargo flow. And the trade between these Russia and China has grown almost 2.2 times in the past 5 years, and this keep on growing every year. And this creates a lot of demand for transit traffic, logistics. And today, all 3 corridors are running at its peak capacity, meaning whoever expands its railroad infrastructure can gain more market share in this business. And then fact number 3 is, of course, mining. Mining is by far the largest economic driver of Mongolia. It makes up 27% of the entire country's market share, country's GDP by itself. And 91% of our total exports is mining raw materials. So as a friend of mine who owns a mining company in Mongolia once told me, I thought I was getting into mining, but I really ended up going into logistics. So mining is really all about logistics, and it drives a huge demand for logistics, export logistics. So with that being said, unfortunately, our country has slacked, to be honest, on logistics part. In fact, we ranked 88th out of 139 countries in the Logistics Performance Index survey that was conducted by World Bank. And you can see Mongolia has a 2.5 Logistics Performance Index, which is quite bad. And up until recently, logistics has really become a bottleneck, not only for our economy, but also for the everyday Mongolians' lives. So, on the bright side, our government has really started doing serious job on it since COVID, actually. In 2020, our government has approved a new policy called Port Revival Policy. And that policy framework was to expand its railroad network, expand its border network, and expand its road network within the country so that it creates more trade expansion, economic growth, and thus present strategic investment opportunities for foreign investors. And the last 5 years, we have already doubled our railroad infrastructure. We have doubled our port throughput capacity. So this is the reason why the Mongolian economy has grown quite rapidly over the past 5 years. With the more export of more raw materials, we have enjoyed a good economic growth over the past 5 years. And in this rapidly growing and developing industry works Monlogistics Group. We believe Monlogistics is best positioned to seize what is coming ahead. So Monlogistics was established in 2005. We are public, and the group consists of 8 companies, 230 employees. We did over 120,000 TEU containers last year, and this year our projected revenue is a little over 96 million US dollar and net profit of 3.7 million US dollars. And there are certain few things that makes Monlogistics unique. Number one is obviously we are the only logistics company that is publicly listed on Mongolian Stock Exchange. Secondly, we are the only logistics company that does everything. I mean, import, export, and transit. Through our 2 subsidiaries, Monlogistics Worldwide and Central Asian Road, we are currently doing 7% of the total import of the country. We are doing 22% of the total transit market. And also, we have recently started doing export logistics as well. And last month, we actually became the official railway carrier of Oyutlö mine. So we are starting doing exporting their copper concentrates by railway. And we have AssetCo, which holds rolling stock of wagons. And also we have strategic overseas subsidiaries, namely in Tianjin, China, and in Russia. So we are the only logistics company that's publicly listed. We are the only logistics company that does all 3 segments, and we are the only logistics company that has our own presence overseas. So that was today, but what's coming around the corner is what excites us. First of all, we're going to pursue 2 strategies. Number one is we are going to increase our investment into heavy infrastructure in Mongolia. As I said earlier, Mongolian infrastructure is quite outdated and its efficiency and everything is not up to the global standards. Therefore, we need investment on these, namely modern warehouses, terminal facilities, logistics hubs. Secondly, we are going to, at the same time, actually, in parallel, we are going to expand our regional and international expansion, namely in Southeast Asia and Central Asia. So to give you an overview of our regional expansion, we are planning on setting up our global headquarters here in Singapore. And this holding company will own the current Mongolian and Chinese business. Plus, we're going to expand into Southeast Asian countries such as Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, and Vietnam. And also, of course, Central Asian countries. These 2 regions which will drive the economic growth of Asia in the next 10 years. So we are going to expand on these areas. And we have already started doing our homework on this. On this business trip in Singapore, we have already started meeting few consultants and advisors and lawyers regarding this shift in our structure. So just to give you a very high-level financial snapshot, on the first chart you are seeing our revenue in terms of billion Mongolian tugriks of the last 15 years. Our revenue has grown every single year in the last 15 years. This year we are projected to do 340 billion tugriks in revenue, and we are projected to generate 13.1 billion net profit this year. And over the past 5 years, our average return on equity was 21.2%. Yes. So with that being said, I'm happy to inform you all that we have started engaging with potential investors on the next funding capital raise round of our company, both of on our Mongolian holding company and our upcoming Singapore holding company. And I will be happy to meet those who are interested to talk more about logistics industry and our company later today. So thank you all. Enjoy your day.